everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Kyla, and my channel is just a plethora of all things that I love. And today we are doing the long-awaited visual impairment Q&A. What is that, you may ask? Well, if you are new here, I am legally blind, and the eye condition I was born with is septo-optic dysplasia with optic nerve hypoplasia and nystagmus. I have a very old video kind of covering, well, I have two actually. I have two videos kind of covering and explaining, you know, what my visual impairment is and how I navigate the world and everything like that, being an adult who does not have full vision. So if you want to go check those out, if I do remember, I will leave them linked down below. If not, just remind me in the comments, or you can be an absolute dear and just scroll back and find them on your own. So hopefully I'll remember to link them in the description down below. But about like 6 weeks ago or something, I asked you guys over on my Instagram story at KylaCollectsAG, because it's primarily where all you guys follow me at anyway, if you had any questions that I have not yet touched on, and you guys came up with some incredible questions, and none of them were rude, so bonus points for you, because you guys are just so sweet and accepting, and I just love you all so much. So hopefully I can try to get to everybody's question. This is not the format I wanted to film this in, but this is what we're working with today, so I'm going to stop the usual rambling, and we're just going to get right on into your questions. I do want to keep all the questions anonymous, just in case anybody, you know, didn't want people to know what they asked, and also it's like 1,000 degrees in here, so if you hear my fan, I do apologize. But let's get into the first question, shall we? The first question is, do you use/read Braille? And the answer is not anymore. When I was about 3, I started learning Braille from my visual impairment teacher, and I continued to learn Braille all the way up until, I want to say, probably middle school days. And basically I would read books in Braille. I did a lot of my spelling tests in Braille and things like that up until middle school, where I chose to be what we call a sighted reader, meaning that I know Braille, but I choose to read everything just like a regular person with 20/20 vision. I am fortunate enough to where I do have enough vision to where I can read 12-point font. Do I like to? Absolutely not. My preferred font is 16 to 18, you know, standard Times New Roman, black on white. So that's my preferred font. I do still remember some of the Braille alphabet, you know, what the letters feel like and how to write them on the Braille writer, but I do not use it anymore. Is your dog a guide dog, or do you not need one? So for those who don't know, I have a guide dog. Her name is Winter. She came from Leader Dogs for the Blind in Rochester, Michigan, and she is a 7-year-old Black Lab Golden Retriever mix. We have been together since June of 2015. I got her like 2 or 3 weeks after I graduated high school. We trained that summer, and then we went to college together. And I tell people this all the time. If it was not for that dog, I would not have made it through college, because yes, I had roommates and things like that, but seriously, the dog, just any animal makes you feel safe and comforted, and, you know, just, she's incredible. She's so small and just so perfect, and she's spoiled rotten, and she knows it. She has made appearances on the channel before. I have a fairly lengthy older video talking about the entire guide dog process and what I went through to get Winter and what it's like to work with Winter. It is fairly old and lengthy, like I said, so I would like to in the future make an updated and condensed one. There's just a lot, and to explain it within like 5 to 10 minutes, it's kind of difficult. So if you are interested, you are more than welcome to go check that out. Winter is an absolute blessing, and I don't know what I would do without her. So yes, I have her, and she's fabulous. How old were you when you got diagnosed? So I was I want to say under 10 months. I would have to ask my mom, but I think I was under 10 months, because you know, my nystagmus, which for lack of a better term is basically dancing eyes, and if you've seen me in videos, you know that my eyes kind of veer different directions and they don't stop moving. So that's really the first thing I think, you know, my parents noticed about me, like, okay, something is like totally wrong here. So I was under a year old, and then I did have a surgery at the young age of 10 months to kind of like pull my eye muscles, because my eyes were kind of veering in. So that was my first surgery, so I guess that was fun. I don't know. I think it's the only surgery I've actually ever had. But yeah, I was under a year, so I was very, very young. I don't remember any of, you know, that process as far as like doctor's visits and things like that, as much as I do like doctor's visits when I was like 5 and older. So I was I was very, very little. Is your quote-unquote lazy eye caused by your nystagmus? And I just shortened the question because this person had an excellent question and they provided a lot of detail, but I just wanted to shorten it so it wasn't like too overwhelming for you guys. So let me, as we covered nystagmus in the last answer, let me just go ahead and kind of read to you what the, textbook definition for nystagmus is. And it is an involuntary movement of the eyes which may cause the eye to rapidly move from side to side, up and down, or in a circular motion. So like I said, that is why when I take pictures or I'm speaking to you, I will never look directly at you. Because of this, I cannot make eye contact. And yes, it is my quote-unquote lazy eye is just because of the nystagmus, because they don't always look the same direction. I literally cannot control what they do. This was such a unique question. You guys are like so creative. I'm blown away. So, is adding image descriptions in captions helpful? I actually never thought about this until I actually started having completely blind friends on social media. And a lot of them provide descriptions with their photos, and in return, they ask that you do the same because obviously if they are totally blind or have super, super low vision, they cannot make out what the picture is. For me, however, I am very fortunate and blessed to have a good amount of vision to where I don't necessarily need captions or image descriptions or anything like that. So to answer this question, no, it is not needed for me. If you choose to do that, that is absolutely fantastic and I love that, but it's not needed for me. What is the most annoying thing people assume about your vision? So this kind of falls under the fact that legal blindness is a spectrum disorder. And by that, I mean, you can have someone like myself who is considered legally blind, but can still see. And you can also have someone who has no vision at all and is considered legally blind. So it is a wide array of things. So it is a spectrum disorder. As for me personally, the most annoying thing, so when I disclose to someone that I am legally blind, they kind of assume that I can't see anything at all. So then it's kind of like, oh, well, you can sit in this chair, and then they like kind of are like, here, take my arm, and I can see the chair sitting right there, but me, I don't want to be rude because they don't know, and it's totally okay. It's just kind of more so it is annoying, and it can be a nuisance at times, but they don't know, and if they're just trying to be helpful, like, I can't fault them for that because it is such a huge like umbrella of a category. That's really the only thing I can think of. Or the one thing that's not annoying, it's just extremely rude, is when they kind of assume like, oh, since you can't see, you really can't do this, this, and this, and things like that. So you should never, this is going to turn into a life lesson, I apologize, but you should never just completely assume that someone with any type of disability they can't function like a normal person, because we're all definitely capable of doing that just at our own pace, and we all do, what works for us. So yes, that's the answer to that one. All right, so that's all the questions I'm going to do today, because you guys know I love to give really long-winded answers, and I didn't want you guys to be sitting here for 84 years. So first of all, thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I don't know how the heck it happened, but apparently over 500 of you love to listen to me ramble, which, oh my god, you guys are fabulous. Thank you for your incredibly creative and positive questions. Actually, you guys, you really hit it out of the park with the questions. I will most likely be doing one of these again, and if you have any questions in the meantime and you want to ask them, feel free to comment them down below, shoot me an email or a DM over on Instagram. Everything is linked down below if you want to get in touch with me at all. You guys are incredible, and I'm trying to think of like some snazzy little outro to say about how thankful I am for you guys, but you really just make me speechless. Thank you guys for accepting me for who I am, because let's be honest, I am a very quirky person. I've known that all my life, and I'm not gonna hide it. That's just who I am. So you guys are fabulous. I love you so, so much. If you want to join the fam, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, leave a positive comment down below, and tap the really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody!